Schmiemann back to Pershon. Blazers look out. Nick McCary knocked off the puck. Wolton and T-Birds read that well, and it's Bauer. Bauer skating in, backhand, scores! Shorthanded backhand, Bauer.
Blazers.
Face off, puck tied up. Bauer for Seattle rims it around. Knocked down Schmiemann, will stop it. Lost it for a second. Now steps up, throws a check on Bauer. Almost went knee on knee with Bauer. Bauer real slow and getting up.
And Bauer, it looks to be in some pain as he hobbled off on one leg and is now in the tunnel.
I knew something wasn't right away. As a hockey player, the general response is to just, okay, it's fine, just a little bruise or something. I knew that it probably wasn't that. There was just a little pop, a little tweak, and then I went to get up and skate, and I couldn't. I fell down.
He couldn't stand. He couldn't get up. What I know about Ty is that he's gonna get up. Usually, he's a very tough guy. So anything that bothers him, you listen if he's telling you, because it's not a small thing.
Ty sustained an MCL injury, which is one of the main ligaments in the knee joint. Usually the MCL is not needed to have any surgical reconstruction, but the severity of how he tore it really required that we do surgery to tack it back down and get him able to play again. My name's Andrew Merritt. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I work at Pro Alliance Orthopedics, and we're the team docs of the Seattle Thunderbirds. The injury that Ty sustained typically requires about a 5-month recovery until you get back to fully playing. Treating athletes as a surgeon is a little bit challenging because there's times where we need to really have them hold back. And that's hard because you need to negotiate with the player that you can't stress this knee at this point. And then there's times where we need to help them get pushed forward because it's ready for the next stage. That's really where Ty excels. It was hard to hold him back, but then once we said go, he was full on.
God, I'm out of shape. This is awesome. This is great. I haven't felt a single pain.
So we're gonna have fun.
Just being able to come back on a fresh sheet of ice and do what you love. I mean, it was a long time coming, an injury like that. There's a lot of days where it doesn't feel like there's any light at the end of the tunnel. Your movements are limited. Your mindset kind of wanders, but as soon as you step back on that ice, it kind of makes it all worth it again. The mental side of an injury, some would say, is one of the biggest parts. Being able to stay sharp mentally, study the game. Like, you can grow as a player from an injury too. You take for granted what you have sometimes, and when you're not allowed to play and you're not allowed to be out here and you're seeing opportunities fly by, it can really be hard on people. So I read a lot. I did a lot of stuff to kind of keep my mind occupied, and just all you can do is kind of take it day to day. You start looking down the road, you start getting anxious. So just come in, do your work that day, and then do it the next day, and eventually the time will pass.
Every day in the gym, he is the most motivated, mentally strong player that we've worked with. It's just an incredible testament to the work that he's put in to get back to this point. And yes, having him not slowed down by this and get right back into the gym is pretty incredible, and it's why it's worked out for him in a much quicker time frame than we expected.
Basically today, what we're doing here now is that Ty's able to go full speed What we're trying to work on right now is connecting his feet and his hands, doing complex things with change of direction. Right now he's doing a skill drill to basically work on his defensive specific passing and change of direction movements that he's going to need in a game. So we're getting him comfortable for getting onto the ice with full contact drills and everything. So we're not quite at 3 months yet, but he's had his return to play testing yesterday and crushed it. So we're full speed ahead. Yeah, how do you feel just like exploding forward and stuff? You feel like you got your speed? Yeah. You got your fast switch going?
Trying to. Yeah.
Do you think we found any more fast switch?
I don't know if there's any more there.
One of the things that happens with athletes, some athletes want to go home, some athletes stay to do their rehabs when they're out long term. And what we really like about athletes staying is our ability to come in every day and be a part of the team. We have access to a great facility here. This is phenomenal. We have a great medical team here. It's phenomenal. You have a better chance to have so much hands-on, access that it really benefits stuff. And Ty's been able to do that when he's here. But on top of that, he's our team captain, okay? His presence means a lot to our team. And one of the things that having him stay here and do his rehab here and be a part of the team is we've gotten all those leadership qualities that Ty has all the time, and we haven't missed out on that. So he's been able to pull guys aside and talk to them, be a sounding board for guys. He's been able to be the eye in the sky for his teammates and to tell them what he sees, a little bit different than their coach's perspective, perhaps. He's got a better feel for the guys on their day-to-day stuff. And so having that presence is unbelievable. He's stayed engaged, and that's hard to do. That's really hard to do when you're not on the ice.
Leave it, Ratchy! Leave it! Yeah. Hey. 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 Yeah. It's like we worked on it.
Hey, stop touching him. Hey. Leave me alone, buddy.
Hey, you're my partner right now.
Nice jersey.
You're looking electric, Bowsy. I love to see
Okay,
it.
you too, Kevin. Good. No? Feel good, actually.
I did decide to stay down here and go on the trips to Vic and watch practices and everything, just to be around the team and kind of try to keep the team dynamic as normal as it could have been. It's kind of something that you got to just accept and just do what you can to come back and make your injuries like that's your new sport. That's what you have to focus on every single day in order to come back.
Round 2 today, first practice, full contact. Who should be my first target?
Looking good, baby. Mic'd up.
Oh, not as cute as you, Rube. That's a warm up. That's a warm up. Hey, 2 forwards, let's go. Who wants it?
So for the injury that Ty sustained and the surgery that we had to do to reconstruct it, a lot of times we need to hold the player back and not be as active early on. But during that time, he was still a player actively participating from the get-go. And so that made it easy that once we passed the time point that we were able to stress the knee a little more, he was already familiar with the exercises. He was already seeing a physical therapist. He was already working with Phil and the team in the gym.
You can do a mirror drill where you have someone do shuffles and you're trying to mirror them. So you can do something like that where you have teammates and then stop.
The whole PNW Sports Institute and their facilities there, I went there, you know, once or twice a week throughout the process. Adam was very progressive, and we slowly and steadily progressed when we could, even if I didn't feel ready, but he knew I was. We kept moving forward.
As he progressed, we could just see that he was strong. This did not take that much away from him, and he was right back at it. So that's what really proved to us that he was ready to get back, is that his knee felt good, he felt good, he felt confident, and he just seemed to glide through the stages pretty easily. So he beat his recovery by a couple of months in this situation.
There we go. Sacco.
The Vancouver Giants and Seattle Thunderbirds on a Friday night. The start of a 3-3. Playoff implications for both of these teams. We are underway. Tyrel Bauer, the captain for the Thunderbirds, touches up his first game in over 30. He'll join the Thunderbirds and he'll move the puck up ice. Kept in by
Last night, the T-Birds got 3 bodies back in the lineup. Most importantly, their captain, Ty Bauer, who many thought would not return this season. Tonight he'll play his first home game since December 7th.
I think he got the loudest cheer of the year for the starting lineup. They just love Bowsy. He's been here for 4 years.
These are my best friends, so it was unreal to go out there and battle for him on the ice. He beat his recovery time by months. The energy he brought to our locker room was unbelievable.
Seeing a guy come back so fast from an injury, and you know, not a light injury, it was a fairly heavy injury, and it looks like he didn't even skip a beat at all, and his presence out there on the ice just, you know, helps the team out a lot.
It's almost like he didn't go away. You know, he wasn't playing the games, but he's such a presence in the room, and he stayed around the whole time with his recovery, and still cracking jokes, still bringing all the boys with him like a captain does.
You know, as he's doing that, you know, he's working on his injury and stuff. He's also leading our team, and you know, have a guy like that, it's awesome because you know, brings all the guys together.
See him out there, and second game back, no fear, drop the glove.
You know, anytime he gets in a scrap, it gets the boys going.
They created such an amazing atmosphere. Like, you heard him after the fight pointing, "I'm back, baby!" And
look at me, I'm back.
And just to have a guy like that, like you know, heading into these playoffs, it's going to be huge. You know, he's a perfect player for our team, and he does everything right and everything you know, we need him to do. He's out there doing, and he's the guy you look up to every day and every game. And when he's on the ice, he's going to do something great.
What are your goals moving forward? Win.